All right, friends, we're going to talk about the general thematic so that when you guys are doing a career analysis for your clients, you will understand where this material is coming from. I don't think I did. I don't believe that it is in any of the PowerPoint presentations. So I just want to take you guys directly to the chart because it's not a confusing concept in any way, shape, or form. So there's three different general thematics. That's sharing, empowerment, flexibility. And now I'm going to throw in that through the reflector, we also call it flexible because they don't have any channels. So, and I'm going to teach you how the channel thing works. But so they are flexible always. The reflector is always flexible, okay, in their general thematic. Now let's go back here. General thematic is always sharing, empowerment, and support. Where do we get that terminology from? Well, collective is always about sharing. It's visual, and you guys have all of this material in the channels and strengths section, the strengths and characteristics section. You guys have all of this material, but I just wanted to go over it in the general thematic so that when I do the video around the career analysis, you will understand it. So sharing is, we can have sharing abstract, which is really storytelling and talking about experiences. And it's kind of this, documentation. This is where we write down history and we talk about movies and stories and all of that kind of stuff. But sharing collective, I don't have, or sharing logical, this is abstract, logical. I don't have any full strengths, okay? I don't have any full strengths. But sharing logical is sharing that visual chart. So maybe it's a pie chart, maybe it's a timeline chart, Excel documents, tables, pie charts, that kind of stuff, facts, details. Measurements. That's what logic wants to share. Loves that, like digs into that. Me, I don't like that. It's not in my chart. Not that I don't have aspects of the logic, I do. But I don't love that way of looking at something. This is not my chart either, just by the way. This is somebody else's chart that looks a lot like mine. Then empowerment. We have empowerment. Empowerment is individual. Individuality is all about empowerment. Now, when we get into the integration area, understand that integration is about self-empowerment. So you can talk about self-empowerment if they had the integration. So 57, 34, 10, 20. They have it again that if they have the centering circuit, really is this self-empowerment aspect as well as empowerment. So the rest of the individual circuitry is around empowerment. So you want to talk about that they're empowered to live their life using their resources to move into their visualization, to be tenacious, to be intuitive, be able to be the role model and stand in that efficiency and be able to think in their own individual way. That's empowerment. So you can use all that languaging and move it into an empowerment piece instead of saying, we have all this individual circuitry has melancholy. You can also empowerment. Actually, you can talk about a lot around the creative aspect of empowerment, that we feel empowered when we can express ourselves, whether that be, maybe it's through our cooking skills, maybe it's through our capacity to write, or maybe mold clay and make music and art and all those kind of things, okay? Or maybe they're really, really good at, maybe they have some sharing logic in there, and maybe they're really good at creating a pie chart, and that really empowers them. Great, because that's creative. Like, I have a hard time doing it because it's not a part of my design. So because of that, like, I don't feel empowered using a logical sharing way, but I feel empowered doing an abstract story way. And then support. Support is all about tribe. So it's a tribal energy. And what do we know about tribes? Well, we know that the material aspect of this world is really important to tribes. So food, water, shelter, territory, land, nurturing, reproduction, capitalism. We know that all of this, those kind of terminologies are used in the tribal energy. So you can talk about support, how they're, they love to give support to their tribe by educating them, or they love to be supported by the people in their lives. You don't have to say tribe, sorry about that, but use that language of support. Now I want to take you to the genetic matrix and show you that in the genetic matrix, if you go into the energy circuit tab, foundation, and then energy circuit 1, you'll see he breaks down all the circuitry there. And through breaking down that circuitry, you can now go in and go, okay, well, tribe and defense, we know that that is tribal energy. So you can talk about support there. You can see, now this actually is my chart. So you can see that there's a support mechanism here. There's an empowerment mechanism here. There is an abstract collective aspect here. So you can use that terminology when you're doing your career analysis. So I wanted to show you that there's 3: support, empowerment, and sharing. And then when you get into the reflector aspect of it, they're flexible. So you can pull up this and just see how many of each one do they have. Is there one particular theme that maybe they notice more in their life? And again, anytime you're doing an analysis, anytime you're having conversations with client, it is a conversation. We can tell them the mechanics, but we want to hear the mechanics be spoken through their language and then point that out and give them the permission slip to keep doing that. But we also want to hear the not self, where the not self is giving a limitation. And then we want to point that out too and say, what I noticed based off the chart is that there's a limitation in that languaging for you. Oh, okay. So now when I show you guys the career analysis, you will have a better idea where these general thematics come from, how to keynote them, and help out your clients. All right.